Hello, Karate USA family. I know this has been long awaited and everyone's been asking me for it, so I finally have the time to do it. This is a belt tying tutorial. Tonight I'll teach you two different ways, the beginner version of tying a belt and the advanced version for tying a belt. And I'll be using a red belt today, so that it's a little easier to see when I do the application of the tie. Having a black belt might be a little hard to see. Here is the beginner version of tying the belt. Obviously the belt comes in stacked this way. So we open up the belt. We're going to take the belt and put it behind us. So now I have belt flat against my lower back or my hips, waist, wherever you find the belt comfortable to sit. I have both ends which are long, coming out the sides. What I'm going to do is take my left hand and pull the belt. So now the left side is a lot longer than my right side, okay? My right side should go to about my knee. If I hold it out like this, and the left side should be able to touch the floor, okay? Obviously, we don't want our belt to ever touch the floor, but we want to have about a good amount of space on our left side and right side pretty short, okay? Once I'm here, I'm going to take the long side, go on top of the short side. I'm going to wrap it all the way around. Now, if you notice when I wrap it around, it goes right on top of the other piece that was already existing. Okay? I wrap it around, so when I have it in the front, the right side that was short is now underneath. The strip that wrapped is now in the middle, and the left side that came all the way around is on top. And I'm going to actually stack them. Okay? Once I stack them, the one that's on top, which was in my left hand, I wrapped it around, that will go underneath all of the belt strips, and I will tie it vertically, okay? Now you're gonna have to make some adjustments to make sure that when you pull the belt strip out, they're even. Mine's a little uneven, so I'm going to adjust it, and now it's even, okay? Now that left-handed strip that just went underneath is now my right hand. I wanna make sure that when I finish the tie, as I cross over my top side, the one that just went underneath, that's in my right hand, both belt strips face upward. I don't want them to tangle because when they start tangling, then once the tie is complete, it will look a little messy. So when I cross, now which is in my right hand on top, both belt strips face upward. All I do from there is take the bottom strip, I'm going to flip it right inside of that hole. Once I have that, I'm gonna hold both ends and I'm going to tie it. And now you should have a nice looking knot. If you're looking down on the knot, I will have a triangle pointing to my left. And that's how I ensure that the belt is tied correctly. I'll show you a misconception, or a common mistake I should say, is when people go to do this, they'll have this part flat, but watch this. I'll flip it, and now I'm gonna twist that one. That's what happens sometimes. And now you have a very loose knot, right? So I don't want this. So again, once I get to this part here, right, they're even. The one in my right hand, which is now on top, goes over. Both belt strips are facing upward. I want to flip it, and as I flip it, I want to ensure that that piece here stays facing outward the entire time. And now I can tie it nice and tight. So for the beginners, that is a great way to be able to tie your belt, and if you did it properly, they should be even at the ends. Beautiful. This is the advanced version of how we tie a belt. Obviously the belt comes stacked like this. This time for my advanced individuals, we will keep the belt folded in half. You can see, belt's folded in half, okay? Once I have my belt folded in half, I'm going to take that middle piece, I'm gonna place it in the front. I'm going to wrap it around, and as I go to the back, my right hand will be going over my left. So once I cross them, the belt strip that was in my left hand is now underneath, and the belt strip that was in my right hand, which is now on my left, will be on top. So when I come back to the front, now I have the belt strip on my right side is on the bottom, left hand is on top, and now I meet them in the middle just like before. Okay, this part is exactly the same. The one that's in my left hand now will go underneath all the belt strips. I tie it vertically. I want to adjust it to make sure that my belt strips are even. So mine's a little uneven. Perfect. Okay, now from here, it's a little different from my advanced ones. When we're here, I'm going to take the bottom strip first. I'm going to flip that over like this. Once I flip it over, the top strip will go on top like a cross. I'm going to push that underneath. Now, once I grab it again, this is very important. When I tie it, my 8 fingers on top have to turn towards the ground and forward. And that's how we get the nice tie with this. Same thing again, I look down, triangles on the left pointing to my left. I have it here, let me show you that one more time. So we're like this, and I flip this one down, over, push it underneath into the hole. My 8 fingers grab, I rotate forward, and we tie it here. I hope that this tutorial helped you today. Obviously, it becomes tricky in the beginning when you're learning the different ways of how to tie a belt. With practice, you will perfect it. And your goal, by the time that you get to at least your red belt, you should be able to get the belt on, tied, and complete, ready for class, ready to rock and roll, train your best, train hard. So when we tie this, we have a very quick, analyzed step of belt tie. So that's what we want to do. Okay. I'll see you next time.